Hey guys, how's it going? Good morning. Let me set up the room real quick and then we can get started. Let's see, YouTube's kind of lagging. We got about 7 minutes till market open. Okay, here we go. So yeah, guys, I'm just setting this up and then we can get started. YouTube is taking a while to load everything up. So I'm gonna try to get all of this figured out. And then once this is all good to go, we can get started. Today's the 27th. All right, cool. Let me get the Zoom link out to you guys real quick. Zoom link is sent out. Let me get the link as well. All right, guys, morning. We got about 6 minutes to market opens. I'm going to finish setting this up real quick. Once everything is all good to go, we can get started. We got 5 minutes now, so we still got some time. There's no rush, but I'm going to try to wrap everything up and get everything all posted up before we start cutting it close. So let me just finish getting this link sent out right here. All right. That's good. Let's get right there. Good. One last place to post this up. We should be good to go. All right, cool. Looks like the link's posted up everywhere, so we're good to go. Looking over at, let me fix this real quick. All right, yeah, looks like we're good to go. Looking over here at US 30, we have on the technical side, we have a bearish bias. However, I think it might be shifting to the upside. The reason for that is because the 1 hour is still bullish. So just looking at the 10-minute, 3-minute, and 1 minute prices below the pivots, the trend meter is also red. Same with 3-minute here, and same with the 10-minute here. However, the trend meter it turned green here on the 10-minute. Looking at the 1 hour, it's still pretty bullish right here. It's above the pivots and the trend meter is green. Also, one thing that I was looking at was that the market sentiment was still very short. So it's about 74% short. Seems like a lot of retail traders are anticipating it to drop because it's near the all-time high. However, I think it's probably going to keep pushing up. It's going to break the all-time high possibly, and then continue pushing up even higher. So we got to wait and see what happens from here. Looking at the futures data is still below 118 points, but we'll see what happens on open because it is really close. So it can easily shift to the upside on these other time frames, especially if it shifts to the upside on the 10-minute, because if it does on the 10-minute, it's going to follow through most likely on the shorter time frames like the 3 and the 1. So we'll see what happens when the market opens in about 3 minutes. But once it opens, we can determine, which direction we'll be trading. So let's see. All right, but I think other than that, we'll see what happens. So let's see. All right, cool. Morning, Peter. Morning, Rocky. Morning, Adrian. Morning, Mark. Morning, Issa. Morning, Bradley. Morning, Jeff. Morning, Clyde. Morning, Kyle. Morning, Taryn. Morning, Sam. Morning, David. Morning, Delmas. Morning, Miles. Morning, everybody. Hopefully you guys had a good trading day yesterday. Market was kind of slow after our session, but you guys locked in some pretty massive profit. I mean, we had so many profits to post up that like Telegram even limited my posting. So I that's why I wasn't really talking on Telegram for a while, because I was posting up our profits, and I ended up posting like profits from like 200 different people, and Telegram like paused because I guess it thought it was spam. But yeah, no, yesterday was a good day for everybody. It looks like even this morning, just looking at the profits this morning, a lot of you guys started off pretty early. So let's see, just looking from the timestamps right here, Romano last night locked in 1,045. Jeff over here logged in some pretty massive profits too. He had pretty much all wins, just one loss right there, 416, but pretty much all wins to cover all that. Cheryl as well, she locked in about 1,000 this morning, pre-market. Patricia too, she locked in about 1,196. And Romano locked in a little more profit, 1,662. So definitely everyone's starting off to a great morning. We'll keep it pushing. So let's keep it going. Brittany as well send me some profits. I'll go over that shortly. But let's see where we're at. All right. So we still have the sell bias right here, but this would just be for the breakout. So we'll see what happens in the next 30 seconds once the market opens. We'll look at the fundamentals here. Market hasn't opened yet, but it's about to open. So once this opens right here, we'll see what the number looks like. If it's going to be buy or sell. And morning, Kenneth. Morning, everybody. So it looks like we're ready. See, market's about to open in about 18 seconds. Once it opens, we'll confirm the move, and then we can determine whether we want to take a trade in that direction or not. And then after that, we'll start looking for some scalps. We also have some news coming up at 7, guys. So keep that in mind. High impact news, CB consumer confidence. This is definitely going to affect US 30. So we'll try to take that breakout, and then we'll wait until after 7 to get into anything else. So if this sell signal right here, or this sell candle, if it closes with a strong bearish, basically a strong red candle, if it closes with a strong red candle and it has little to no wick on the bottom side, then we'll take this for a breakout to the sell. If it does close with a wick, then we're not going to take it. We're going to wait for another confirmation of the next candle. So we're going to wait for that. We got about 30 seconds left on this candle right here. Looking over here at the fundamentals, it is currently for a sell. It's down about 200 points. So we'll see what happens from here. But we need that confirmation that it closes with a strong red candle here. If it doesn't, we're not going to take it. So let's see. We got about 15 seconds. Doesn't look like it's going to close with a strong red candle there, because there's a huge wick on the bottom side. So we got about 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Big wicks. We're not going to take that trade right there. We're going to wait for the next candle if it closes with a strong red candle. If it doesn't close with a strong red candle, then we'll just wait for that strong red candle to come. Looks like price might be faking people out right here. Let's look at the retail traders over here. Retail traders are still short 74%. We really don't want to trade with the retail traders. So that's why I'm not inclined to enter the trade right away. Looking at this right here as well, it's only down 167 points. So it's starting to shift to the upside. But if this does close with a strong red candle, then we will possibly take it. But it's going to be a little risky, because we are going to be trading in the direction of the retail traders. But it'll be fine if we're only taking it for the breakout, because we can just get in and out rather quickly within a few minutes or a few seconds if so. So we got about 10 seconds left on this candle right here. Let's see, this thing needs to close with little to no wick on the bottom side in order for me to take this trade. So let's see. All right. So I'm currently in the trade right now. This is the breakout. This is going to be a risky trade. It looks risky to me, but we're going to see how it plays out. I'm still going to mark up the halfway mark over here. So if it does come down to there, I'll just pull out. But I do consider this a little risky trade, but this is a breakout. So just keep that in mind, guys. If you guys don't feel like taking a risky trade today, then just sit out. But for the most part, this would be the breakout entry. US 30 breakout. So that's 500. And this will be TP1. Breakout TP1 plus 250. So I got alerts set up in all those places. I'm slightly in profit right now as it's below, but we'll see what happens from here because it does look like a risky trade because we're trading the direction of the of retail traders. I generally don't like to trade in their direction, but we'll see what happens in the next couple of minutes or so. Clyde said, "Hey, Shawn, I need some mentorship. I can't seem to place an order." So Clyde, what's the issue with your, is it with your broker or is it with, I'm trying to figure out like, what's the problem with you placing the order? Is it something wrong with the broker or is it like, which broker are you on and which platform are you trading on? I could try to probably help you if I could get a little more details from you. All right, I'm in profit about 1,000 right now. It's pushing down to TP1. So this is what I'm gonna do, guys. If it pushes down to TP1 and it swings back up, I'm gonna close out in profit. I might just double dip a little later, but I'm not really looking to risk too much right now because of the direction that we're trading in. I generally don't like to trade in the direction of the retail traders. And if it does come up here, I'm gonna eyeball it. I don't know if I'm gonna pull out if it gets stopped out or if I'm gonna extend it a little further. So I'm going to do this right here because it's very volatile right now. So the thing is, it might come up to trigger it and then come back down. Like I mentioned before, I don't really use a stop loss. I use a mental stop loss. So I might hold it until here. So if it passes our stop loss right there, I use proper lot sizing so I can hold it a little longer. And you can see right here how volatile the market is, right? So I'm probably going to hold it a little farther back. This is generally where the original stop loss is. If you guys took, this is why I always mention that you guys use proper risk. We use 1/3 of risk per scalp that we use so that we can hold it, a little longer than what we normally do in case it's too volatile like this. So if you guys use proper risk, you guys can probably hold it a little longer like I can over here. So I'm not going to pull out if it reaches this area. I'm going to pull out if it reaches this area because it's very volatile. What might happen here is price might come up and then it might come all the way back down, right? Because just market's just super volatile right now. Even the breakout, like on the open, it was down like about 200 points. Now it's down, let's see. It's still down like 200 points. So the thing with this is you don't want to get caught in that spike in price. So if it goes past that, I'm gonna obviously suffer some losses, but it's okay because I use proper risk. Like I can literally lose up to, so this is how far I can lose. This is how far I can lose until I need to pull out of until like I'm done for the day, right? So I have a lot of extra room over here, like a lot of extra cushion. And that's why, if you guys ever ask me like what kind of lot size to use, if you use a proper lot sizing that I recommend, you guys can do that as well. So just keep that in mind, okay? Just if you guys are new here, if you guys are been around for a while, you guys already understand how this works. It's just market sometimes is like this where it's too volatile. You can see it's coming right back down. I kind of don't like the move. So if it does pull back down in profit, I'm probably just going to pull out. Even though I think it's going to come down, it's just when I don't feel comfortable with the position, there we go, back in profit, like I mentioned. If I don't feel comfortable about a position, I just close out because I don't like the feeling of uncertainty in the market. So here it goes as it pushes down. I'm probably going to close out soon in profit. There you go. I'm already out in profit. So if you guys want to hold on to it, feel free. I just don't feel comfortable with it. So I pulled out myself. I trade a bigger account. So for me, if even right there, I just locked in about 1,000, 2,000, but I have 5 different accounts. So it splits across all accounts. So I don't really need to take that big of a move. I could have taken the entire move down here, but in some situations like this, I just don't feel comfortable, right? So I'm already out in profit. If you guys want to hold on, it looks like it's going to hit TP1. But just the way that the market's moving, I'd rather just wait for some more scalps after. So yeah, I'm already out in profit, guys. I'll send you guys my profits right now. If you guys want to hold on to it, feel free, but just, understand the risk with this move here. Even though I do think it's going to come down, I don't need to already, y'all should send you guys my profits. Let me just check over here across all my accounts to see what exactly did I lock in total. And then I'll take a screenshot of the account on MT4. Yeah, so I locked in about 1,255 off my FTMO. There you go, hit TP right there, TP1. I could have held on to it longer, but I didn't. So there you go for that, TP1. Now you guys, I recommend that you guys move your stop loss to TP1 to cover your position. Tempted to hop back in, but I'm probably just gonna wait. So we got that right there. Let's see. gonna see if it swings up, and if it swings up, I'll just hop back in for a double dip. But yeah, you guys should move your stop loss in profit to TP1 over here. So most of you guys, if you guys are following what I'm saying right here, you should have gone, your stop loss should be in profit, or you should gotten stopped out in profit right here. This would have given you about 2,500 if you're using the same lot size as me. If you guys are using half lot size, that would lock you in 1,250. So just keep that in mind, guys. Here, I'll send a picture of my profits real quick. So it looks like funding talent is still delayed for whatever reason, because my funding talent looks like I have 3 funding talent accounts. I locked in 665 on all my funding talent, and then on my FTMO I locked in 1,255. So I mean, I don't know, man. Funding talents has been having issues for a long time. It's kind of annoying, but it is what it is, right? So let me go ahead and take a screenshot of my profits real quick. And then I'll give you guys a breakdown of like what I made. So you guys, look, if you guys followed my directions here, you guys would have pulled out in profit already. You should have no issues there. But if you guys are holding on to it, that's completely fine as well. It's just risky. So, depending on your risk tolerance, if you can handle that risk, then hold on to it. If not, you should have pulled out for some nice profit right there. Generally, when the market's moving crazy like this, I don't like to mess with it. I just wait for other moves after, because we do have news coming up. Keep that in mind. At 7 o'clock, we have news. It's high impact US news. It's CB consumer confidence. So that's definitely going to affect the market. So let me just give you guys a small update in the group over here. And then I'll just, I'll give you a further update once it reaches full TP, if that becomes the case. Let's see. All right, so I posted some profits right there. It's probably gonna hit full TP. Looks like it's gonna drop, but I'm already out. I'm not gonna dive back in. So there we go. Looks like it's about to hit full TP. Did exactly what we anticipated. Nice. All right, but you can see how the market's kind of playing right now, right? It's so close to the TP, but it's not coming down. If you guys are still in position, maybe this might be the time where you guys want to move your stop loss in profit to TP1 right here. And let me give you guys a screenshot of my my profits, and I'll add it up to show you guys exactly what I locked in necessarily. All right, there we go, full TP. So whoever did that, full TP right there. I'll give you guys another update, and I'll send you guys my profits. So see, it like the thing is, I knew it was going to come down, but due to my my trade psychology, even though I've been trading for like years now, if the market starts to move weird, like I still don't hold on to it, even though I know it's going to come down. And that's just for my peace of mind, right? Sometimes it's better to not stress over a trade. And especially if you're already locked in like some solid profits. And I'll show you guys my profits right now to show you what I mean by that. Because the thing is, if you have multiple accounts and they all add up, there's like really no need for you to hold on to the position for a full move, especially if you're trading bigger accounts. So let's see. Here's my first one and my second one. So, all right here, like I mentioned before, I don't know what's up with funding talent, guys. Like there's still, it looks like their servers are still lagging. Looking at this right here, I made 665. This is among 3 funding talent accounts. So 665 times 3. So that's about 1,995 for just funding talent. My FTMO right here, I locked in 1,290. So plus 1,290. I have 2 of those accounts. So again, plus 1,290. I have a total of about 4,575 in profit, split amongst all my accounts. So that's why I don't really care about going for the full move sometimes. If it reaches TP1, I'll just pull out in profit, because all my accounts combined will add up to this much. So the thing is, if you do this once a day, like if you guys have been in the sessions and I've broken down how much profit you really need to reach certain goals. If you're doing this every day, like for example, 4,575 times 5 times 4 times 12, that's about $1 million already in profit. If I do this every single day, just one trade, and I lock in about 4,000 a day, which we have a very high win rate where we barely lose. That's what it would add up to at the end of the year. If I do this consistently every day, and don't suffer any losses, or I only suffer a few losses, it should still be fine, because I'd still have a surplus of about 98,000. So, you think about that, 98,000 98,000 divided by, 4,000, I can lose about 24.5 trades, right? In the entire year. And if you guys have seen our results, we rarely lose. So the thing is, it gives you that cushion. So this is to show you exactly what I mean about managing risk properly. If you don't feel comfortable about trade, sometimes it's best to just pull out. The reason I didn't feel comfortable about this is because it was whipsawing so high. It came up to here, and we were also trading the direction of the retail traders, which I don't like to trade in. I'd rather go against them. So with that said, that's why I pulled out with profit when I was down here, and I still added up to a pretty solid total of about 4,575 for the day. And I'll show you everyone else's profits as well as we continue on. So let me just share this amongst the groups. And it's all about looking at the long-term goal, right? A lot of people want to be a millionaire overnight. It's probably not going to happen. If you can do this consistently, every day, with time, you can reach that goal. It's just, you guys got to look at the long-term goal. Like a lot of people take too much risk. They over leverage, they over trade. They make a lot of money like with a couple of trades, and then they end up blowing it all like a little later. If you're consistent like me, where you take a couple of trades a day, this stuff adds up pretty quickly. So let's see, let's scroll up right here. Steven over here locked in 8,496. So you can see here, other people here locked in way more profit than me. I locked in about 4,500. Steven locked in 8,496 off that trade right there, right? So he took two trades right there, one small loss, but he covered it with these two big wins over here. So definitely great work right there, Steven. Desvel over here, Desvel locked in 12,000. So as you guys can see, there's people in the group that lock in more profit than me. A lot of people like to take bigger risk. I take smaller risk because I understand my risk parameters, right? And that's why I'm very consistent. I barely lose because I'm very careful with the trades that I take. So Jay over here locked in 12,000. Damn, Jay, you're killing it, bro. Even Jay over here, Jay locked in 12,352. So definitely great work amongst everyone here. And if you guys are wondering what account size people are using here, majority of people here are using a 200K FTMO. So that's just, quick heads up if you guys are wondering. Porter over here as well. Porter locked in 677. Nice work, Porter. He said his first trade ever. So his first trade ever, he made about 695 off that one sell that I just called right now. So definitely great work amongst everyone over here. Carrie as well. Carrie locked in 751 off that sell. Zachary over here too. Zachary locked in 2,476. Nice work, Zachary. So a lot of you guys held it to the full TP, which is great. Kyle Amaraz over here. Kyle locked in about 345. Nice work, Kyle. You've been on a roll. And going back down to the other chat over here, we have Ziljan over here. Ziljan locked in 1,169. Nice work, bro. Floyd over here. Floyd locked in 477. So you guys can see, it doesn't matter if you guys have a big account or a small account. You can be in the thousands. You can be in the hundreds. It just really depends on how you decide to trade this. Let's see. Robert over here as well. Robert locked in a total of 7,390. Roman over here. Roman locked in a total of 350. Nice work, Roman. Maddie over here locked in a total of 1,970. Nice work, Maddie. Leilani over here locked in a total of 1,026. Nice work, Leilani. Oh, and happy belated birthday. I saw Andrew Antonio's post. I know it was your birthday recently. I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before, but definitely happy belated. Looking over at Miles locked in 1,288. Nice work, Miles. A lot of you guys locked in more profit than me, which is solid, right? Like I always remind you guys, there's no competition here in K2. As long as you guys profit, I'm happy. When one person profits in K2, we all celebrate. It's not just like nobody here feels salty about someone making more profit than them. RJ over here locked in a total of 9,611. So definitely great profits amongst everyone over here. Deswell again over here, 12,838. Isaac over here, Isaac locked in 230. Nice work, Isaac. Scrolling back up over here, Brittany locked in 6. Damn, she locked in 16,015. So there's some people in here who are locked in like 5 digits. It's crazy. Actually, not more than 5 digits. Like she's killing it over here. Angela over here as well. She locked in 173. Romani over here locked in 2,154. Mark over here locked in 777. And these are all different people. So as you guys can see, a lot of people here are killing it. Larkin too. Larkin locked in about 1,000. Nice work, Larkin. RJ over here, 5,767. Nice work, RJ. Cheryl over here locked in 2,236. Nice work, Cheryl. Michael over here, Michael locked in 700 total for the day. Jeff over here locked in 1,267. So everyone's like around the 1,000 range, which is pretty nice. Some of you guys are past the 10,000 range, which is even better. Jay over here again, I think I saved Jay's profits from earlier, but he locked in 12,388. And I think that's about it. Yeah, RJ against 9,611. Bradley over here, 196. And Brittany again down here, 17,168. Damn, you guys are on fire. All right, cool. So a lot of you guys are done for the day, like I mentioned. Brittany said I'm done. A lot of people just make their profit for the day and they're done trading. We have news coming up in about 12 minutes. That's why I'm kind of holding off right now from taking off any new trades, because we're just waiting for that news to pass before we look for some more scalps. So if you guys have questions and you guys want me to cover what you guys are doing, or if you guys want me to cover anything, just put your questions in the chat. We still have some time right now before the news happens. So we have some free time to cover any questions or any strategies that you guys want me to cover. Looking at Kip over here too. Kip locked in about 6,825. And Kip's probably making more money right now than he's doing at his doctor job. Kip here, he's a doctor over there in Hawaii, so he's making pretty solid. Hey Luciano, I see you drawing on the screen right here. Could you stop drawing on the screen? I mean, it's probably an accident, but you're going to confuse people when you draw lines on the screen. So Luciano, try to stop drawing on the screen, and then we'll because I don't want to turn off the annotations. I don't want to prevent everyone else from drawing, but okay, looks like it's good. All right, anyways, looking at the chat over here, let me see if I missed anything else. Yeah, Josh said, funny talent servers lagged, enter trade didn't go through for 30 seconds on my screen, lost 970, screen recorded the whole time, sending it to them. Yeah, so funny talent still has issues with their servers, guys, even myself. You guys can see from my profits right here, it was like half the profit because it looks like it probably entered half, like a little bit later. It should have been about the same. So, I mean, it is what it is. You guys already know funny talent's got issues. Yeah, I already figured that it was going to be lagging. Josh, sucks, but it is what it is. Nice. Dre's using Top Step, so it looks like he locked in a total of 405. Nice work, Dre. And on his funny talent elite, he made a total of $40 right there. So definitely great work amongst everyone else. You can see US 30 starting to shift to the upside, right? As I mentioned before, I generally like to trade against the retail traders. So if it keeps pushing up higher, that's completely fine. You can see right here, it went from 74% to 70%, right? The reason why it changed like that is because all these people got stopped out, whoever chased the sell down here. As you can see, if you were just following this from like price action, you probably would have hopped in when it came down right here, because you would have just chased this move. If you chased the move, you would have gone screwed because it would have reversed on you completely right there. So that's why the numbers right there are changing, because a lot of these retail traders are getting stopped out. And that's why I don't like to trade in the direction as them, because that could, it could very well get you caught in some pretty massive drawdown. Let's see. All right, solid. So yeah, it came right back up. Like I mentioned, it's this is why I'm like careful about the positions that I take, because this could have very well been us if you guys didn't close out when I recommended you guys close out. But it's all good. You know, we took the trade as it was, and then we'll so with these lines right here that I'm drawing on the 3-minute, these are liquidity areas. These are just swing highs, because what I can see is that if price comes back to these areas, I anticipate price to trigger stop losses, and then it pretty much goes on a stop loss hunt to the upside. So we'll see what happens from here, but there's no guarantee it's going to keep pushing down. We have news coming up in about 8 minutes. Once the news passes, we can determine whether price is going to be shifting to the upside or if it's going to continue dropping further. So let's see, market opened here at 620. It's going to line this up right here. Generally, what happens here after the breakout is price will either swing back up to where it originally was and continue pushing up, or it continues pushing down. Looking at price right now, it looks like it might be shifting down, right? But we have to wait and confirm that before we actually think about taking any moves right here. But yeah, no, definitely great profits amongst everyone here. Let's see. All right. Bradley said, hi, Shawn. Which website do you use to check which way retail traders are trading? Let me send you the link right now, Bradley. I use the IG sentiment. There you go. Let me scroll up real quick and see what else did I miss here. Nice. So Paul made some profit off that. Funmi said, hi, Shawn. There are people in the waiting room. Oh, thanks for letting me know. Yeah, sometimes it kind of lags. Like once I take the breakout, the waiting room gets stuck because I'm not able to let people in during that time. This is asking, what broker do you guys recommend? I mean, depending on how much you plan on trading with, it's going to vary. So if you're trading with a small account, then you would have to use an unregulated broker like Hugo's Way. If you're using a smaller account, like a really small account, you can use something like CoinEx. If you have a lot of capital and you're familiar with trading futures, you can trade, and you want to trade a US regulated broker, you can trade with TD Ameritrade or TradeStation, but it just depends on like your account type and your experience with trading. Because TD Ameritrade is kind of hard to use, so if you're not familiar with it, I don't recommend it. But if you want something that's similar, you can use TradeStation, and you can just trade directly on TradingView. So if you want to trade right here off the chart, you can do that if you use TradeStation, but it requires a bigger deposit to start with. Al's asking, good morning, Shawn. What percentage are you looking for to trade against retail traders? Just wherever the hey Donovan, I can see you drawing on the chart right here. If you could stop drawing, that'd be good, because you're going to confuse people with these green lines that you're drawing on the chart. So Donovan, I can see your cursor over here drawing these green lines. I'm going to clear them again. And just you might be on an iPad. I know some people are on iPads and they accidentally draw on the chart if they're using the Zoom, but it's okay. I just cleared it again. So just I'm just telling you guys so you guys don't confuse other people, because if they see a green line here, they might think it's a pivot. I just want to make sure that they don't get confused with your guys' drawing here. But yeah, Al's asking, what percentage are you looking for to trade against retail traders? I just trade in the opposite of the majority. If 50% is going to be the middle area. If there's more people short, then I try to go long. If there's more people long, I go short, because generally price goes in the opposite direction. So Taryn here is asking, if everybody here at K2 pulls their monthly profits, we can open our own prop firm. I mean, that's the goal, Taryn. If you guys have been in K2 for a while, a lot of us are using different funding companies. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to put together our own funding company, but it's not going to be open to the public. It's just going to be within K2 members here. So basically the best traders in K2, and you guys can see who's the best traders here, right? Whoever's making like 10,000 a day. If you guys are making a lot of money a day or in the thousands, if you're making in the thousands range a day, then you'll probably get an invitation to trade for the K2 prop firm. The difference with the K2 prop firm is that I'm going to be trading my own money. Like you guys will be trading my money. It's not going to be something where, you're getting charged a monthly fee like with FTM or a challenge fee or anything like that. Because the thing is, if you guys are applying the same strategy that I'm doing here, we could all win using the same thing. Because the thing is, a lot of people here are on FTMO, and you guys can see like every day, we're just making FTMO money. Like check this out. Like Kip made about 6,800. Brittany made 17,000 right here, right? And if it has .cash, this is FTMO. Thing is, I'm trying to start our own prop firm within K2 where you guys trade my capital. And then we all like pretty much all win together, right? There's going to be no issues with payment because we're all using the same strategy. So if we're all winning, there's going to be no problem with it. And we've been like, there hasn't been one day where someone hasn't made profit in K2 this entire year. So I can go back to any date this entire year. Like if you want to go back to like May, right? Like May 7, profits here, Angela. It's always the same people profiting every day, right? Angela's making like 1,000 right here. Key over here is making like a couple $100. C-Suke's making like 2,000. If I go to another random date, I can just click any date here. Like I could go to like March 25th, super random date. You can see Cheryl over here making about 1,800, right? There hasn't been one day where people haven't profited in K2. So, that's the long-term goal here for us, but it's going to take some time and some, because I if you guys know what I did before this, I was an attorney. So I'm going to take all the legal steps to open like a legal prop firm, like a legit prop firm, not like these little scammy ones where they create their own servers to trade on. Like we're going to trade on legit brokers, not on fake servers where things don't always get copied. But yeah, no, definitely. Vance, today's my girl's B-Day. Getting these big wins with K2. Good day today. Yeah, definitely, Vance. Glad to hear. You're good, Donovan. Mark said, what about those who aren't chosen for your prop firm? I mean, you have to prove yourself, Mark. Like, if you're not consistent, you're not going to be chosen for the prop firm, right? You guys are gonna be trading my own money, so I'm not going to just give my money to anyone to trade. You guys have to be consistent. So if you guys don't make the cut, then you guys don't make the cut, right? There's really there's no other option there. You guys would just have to use a different prop firm until you guys are consistent with your profits. Because I'm not going to let everyone. I'm not going to let like anyone trade my capital. It's if I start my prop firm, I'm going to make sure that you guys win. We're all going to make money. Like, it's guaranteed. Because I'm only picking the best of the best, right? The best within K2 are going to be trading the prop firm. So the money's going to be great. It's going to be great for everybody because I'll be personally mentoring you guys. Like, I've taught you guys the strategy, but I'll be personally mentoring you guys one-on-one to make sure that you guys are the best trader you can possibly be, right? Because obviously I created the strategy. So I know pretty much all of the aspects of it. So whoever does get invited to trade for the K2 prop firm, they're going to be the best K2 traders that they can possibly be. They're going to be on my level of trading because they're going to know everything that I do, and they're going to use every confluence that I use as well. Yeah, Mark said, fair enough. Would you still continue the daily sessions? Yeah, nothing's going to change, Mark. It's still going to be the same. It's just that certain members in K2 are going to be trading with K2, right? It's going to be it's going to be different. Jody's asking, what if you're consistent but on a smaller account? As long as you're consistent, that's all that matters, right, Jody? I just want to make sure that we're making positive net gains every single day. That's going to be the main key. It doesn't matter if you're good trading a small account, if you're good trading a big account. We're all going to be trading together. I'm going to make sure that you're going to be, as good as a trader as you can possibly be. Because a lot of you guys have problem with trade psychology, but if you guys have trading for me one-on-one, I can definitely help you get past that hump. Because I've been trading for like 11 years now. So we definitely want to, keep it going within our group. So, I want everybody to win here. Like I've been telling you guys from the beginning, even though you guys saw my profits, I only made about 4,000 today. If you guys saw other people's profits here, like Kip made 6,000. He made more than me. And I'm not here, I'm not salty that he made more profit than me. I want all you guys to win. Because we're all trading the same strategy. So it's like, if I'm winning, there's no reason for you guys not to be winning, right? And if this person's winning, there's no reason for anyone else to be losing because everyone here is just winning. So just, just keep that in mind. That's the whole reason we created this community, so that you guys can all level up with each other. Because there's enough profit to go around, guys. A lot of people like to treat this as a competition. There's really no competition because there's enough profit to go around with each other, especially since we're scalping. It's easy for us to continue on with this consistently all throughout the year. So consumer confidence was positive. Thanks for letting me know, Paul. Consumer confidence previously was 127.3. They were forecasting it to be negative, but it came out positive. So that's probably going to be good for US 30. You can see here it's starting to push up even higher. And we're attempting to possibly catch a shift in the market, which is completely fine. This is exactly what we were looking for to begin with. I do have my liquidity areas right here lined up. So if price reaches this point right here, you're probably going to see a spike up to the upside. And then if price reaches this point right here, you're probably going to see another spike up to the upside from here as well. Let's see, Maddie said pending buy signal on the 1. I'm probably not going to take this, but I'll mark it up for you guys. The reason for that is because I just don't see, actually, I don't know. It might be a good trade for a buy. It's just the confluences kind of suck, but yeah, so this is a 1 minute buy right here. It's a little bit of a risky trade, so I'm probably not going to take it. I'm going to wait for, or if I do take it, I'll take it for a late entry. This technically would be a 1 minute buy right here. If anyone's taking it, or if you guys, most of you guys know the strategy, so you guys are able to take it yourself, but I'm probably going to, wait for a 3 minute entry, or if I enter late, I'll let you guys know, or you'll hear my MT4 trigger the trade. Let's see, I'll just enter for a small lot size, maybe a half lot. I actually entered a full. It's okay. So I didn't have time to change the lot size, but this is going to be a 1 minute. Like, I prefer to go for the buy anyways, because it's going against the majority. However, the fundamentals over here are still pointing towards the opposite. So it's a very risky trade. So just keep that in mind. You guys, if you guys want to take it, feel free, but it's a very risky trade. I used, yeah, I actually used a half a lot size, I think. I used a 5 instead of 10 so that I can protect the position. So just looking at this right here, I might not even hold it to the full move. I'll see how it moves from here. And then as it pushes up, I'll let you guys know if I do close out, or you'll just hear my trading view close or my MC4 close out. Let's see. Yeah, the one minute is just risky because the fundamentals here haven't confirmed the swing to the upside yet. And a lot of this right here could have been just based off the news, right? And there goes a spike up right there. All right, so I'm slightly in profit. I'm probably going to close. I don't feel comfortable with the position. All right, so I close out with about 700 in profit right there. If you guys want to hold on to it, feel free. But like I mentioned before, it's a risky trade. I kind of just got influenced by Maddie because I think Maddie took it. But yeah, I'm already out of the position. I'll send you guys my profits for that right there. And then I'll show you guys exactly. Let me see if my funding talent didn't even copy the trade. Oh no, it did. Okay, so it copied it for a small move. So I'm already out of the position. I'll send you guys my profits right now. Like I mentioned, it's a risky trade. So I personally shouldn't have taken it, but I still took it anyways. But I pulled out with profit as soon as it shot up. So if you guys understand the strategy, you guys already know how this works. I'm gonna send you guys my profits right here now to show you what I locked in off that little move right there. So the 1 minute is too risky, guys. It's during like days like this when the market's too volatile, it's too risky. And I'm glad I pulled out right there too, because look at my profits right here. So I took that one trade right there for a buy. I locked in about 235 off my funding talent. It's still kind of laggy. It's very laggy actually, because it should have been closer to like the 500, 600 range. So right here, I made about 900 off my FTMO. I mean, my funding talent, and then my FTMO over here, I locked in 590. So it should have been around the same profit right here if it was executing at the proper time, but it is lagging a bit. I'll just lock in some profit off that quick. 1 minute, quick, 30. So it is risky, guys. So like right now, I don't recommend you guys trade on the 1 minute just because of how the market's moving. It's kind of indecisive right now. The thing is, I prefer to trade against the retail traders. But the problem with this is that the things haven't shifted yet, right? Technicals haven't shifted. The fundamentals haven't shifted either. They're still here for a sell. The only reason I hopped into that buy was because the news here was good. So I hopped in for a quick little move, made a little profit off that. You can see right here. But for the most part, I'm probably just going to hold off and then look for an entry off the 3 minute, because the 1 minute is just too risky. It's just it's too volatile. And the thing is, our stop loss is really tight on the 1 minute. So the problem with that is that you can get caught in like some whipsaw if it ends up going back and forth. So let's see, Rick over here, he locked in about 1,715. Nice work, Rick. RJ over here too. So RJ took that trade as well. A lot of you guys took the trade and just hopped in and out real quick. RJ locked in a total of 10,101 for the day. He locked in about 500 off that little move. Josh over here as well. Josh locked in 1,589. Looks like he took the small move as well. And then Mark over here as well. Mark locked in a total of 840. Nice work, Mark. Man, you've been really consistent, Mark. I know you've been like, your profits are generally like in like the 100, 200 range. Now you're like getting closer to the 1,000 range, which is great. EW here took that small entry too. She locked in a total of 2,585. So it is risky to trade it, but if you guys know what you're doing, you guys can easily hop into these trades here. So this is exactly why I mentioned not to take the trade, because it is a little risky. But we'll keep following it. It's probably going to swing back up. This is generally what happens. If it's too volatile, it'll swing down and it'll swing all the way back up. Eventually. So I'm glad I pulled out right there. I'm going to stay away from the 1 minute. I'm going to listen to my own advice and not trade the 1 minute, like I mentioned, because this is exactly why I avoid the 1 minute at all costs, because it like this thing is just, it's too risky. This can easily come down and swing all the way back up. It's probably going to close with a huge wick right here. And then as it closes with a huge wick, it'll just swing all the way back up. But yeah, definitely. This is why I recommend that if only trade the 1 minute if you guys really, really know what you guys are doing. Like you guys have to know like 100% what you guys are doing because this moves way too fast. If you guys are too slow and you guys don't pull out, then you know you guys can get caught in a lot of this back and forth action. So you can see right here this big wick, right? It's probably going to shoot all the way back up now. So that's why if you were to take this, I would have left, like say for example, if I was stuck in this position, I would have held it for a little longer past the stop loss for this specific reason right here. So it's just probably gonna swing back up and it's probably gonna hit the TP as it goes all the way back up. So the TP was right here, and we'll just here, let me see if I could. I'm gonna renew it. So I'll just renew right there. That's where the TP was actually, or no, I don't think that was it. Let me see. No, it's too far up. This isn't the 1 minute. So what I'm gonna do right here is I'm just gonna put this up right here just to show you guys if it does end up hitting, which it might. But the 1 minute is definitely, it's just, you would have to put your stop loss a little wider. So I'd probably extend it to our normal, it still would have hit stop loss even if you extended it. But check this out, it's probably gonna swing all the way back up and hit TP. It's just market's too it's too volatile right now. So we'll continue to follow it, but like I mentioned before, I'm not, you know, I'm probably not going to take any more of those trades. That was kind of a stupid decision on my end to even take it myself because I could have suffered a loss off that. Thankfully, I closed out with profit. So right now I'm sitting at, let's see. Yeah, so let's see, for my FTMO, for my funding talent over here, I locked in about 900 across 3 accounts. So 900 times 3. And then for my FTMO, I have the same account, the same 200K account. So right here, I have about 1,810. So plus 1,810 plus 1,810. So for today, I'm in total profit across all my accounts, funding talent and FTMO for a total of 6,320. It still doesn't add up to like everyone else's profit here because like a lot of people here locked in a lot more than me. Like, so the main person here that I didn't copy over RJ's profit. Yeah, so RJ over here locked in 10,000. So he's still like way higher than me. But it's fine, you know, profit's profit. If you lock in about 6,000 a day, you can still make $1 million at the end of the year if you do this consistently. So one thing to keep in mind too, I'm looking at the chat right now. Miriam's using Octa FX. If you guys are using a broker that has a spread that's too wide for US 30, it's going to be impossible for you guys to scalp. So you guys got to use a broker that has tight spreads. Make sure that it has good execution times too. Because I think majority, I don't see anyone here who actually lost off that trade. It looks like JJ might have had a loss, but I think he's the only one because I don't think he pulled out when we all pulled out as it was in profit. But yeah, it looks like everyone else here did pretty solid off that. Callie said volume's too low. Is my volume okay, guys? I don't hear anyone else with issues for my volume. Callie, you might just have to increase your volume. It might be on your end because I don't see anyone else here. Can you guys hear me? I just want to make sure that the volume is okay. Because I've been going on for about like almost an hour now. Yeah, everyone said volume is perfect. So I think there's a problem on your end, Callie. Your volume is too low. So you just got to increase your volume. Because everyone says, yeah, Miles said volume is perfect. Miles said loud and clear. Yeah, Abraham said it's good. So I think it's just on your end, Callie. So let me just go over here real quick and see what I'm missing from the YouTube chat. So I'm just, all right, so I missed everyone over here. So morning, Matej, morning, Alex, morning, Adele, morning, Kenny, morning, Marcus, morning, Active, morning, Mitchell. Yeah, retail trader sentiment. That's what we look at. Morning, Ryan. I don't do one-on-one trading anymore, Ryan. So you wouldn't be able to schedule that with me. I mean, you can message me directly and we can try to work something out, but I don't do one-on-one trading anymore. I just don't have time to train people one-on-one. I trade people in groups. So if you want to do the group training, you just have to have an active membership to K2. And we do group mentoring sessions, but I don't do one-on-ones anymore. I just don't have time for that. Fern's asking what kind of lot size would be equivalent to that on 100K FTMO. You do a 5 lot, Fern. I do a 10 lot on a 200K. So if you're doing a half account size, you would just use half of that, which would be 5 lots. Nice. Kenny looks like he made some money off that. Marcus said, hey, Shawn, you think it'll come down to 34,855? Let's see. Let me see how far is that, because that's a pretty, it seems like a pretty big move. Let's see, price is currently right here. You mentioned 34,855. That's about 1,000, possibly. I mean, it could come down that far. Let me see where retail traders are trading. So a lot of retail traders are hopping on the short side. So it might be able to come down that far, Marcus, but actually it might, yeah, because the fundamentals are still pointing towards the downside. So fundamentals are pointing towards the downside right here, about 191 points in the red. Looking at the actual stock index over here, majority of them are red. So the market is still very bearish. It's just, let me see if there's any other news. I think news is done for the day, right? Yeah, so news is done for the day. So it might come down that far, but I don't know if it's going to drop that far, honestly. We'll have to wait and see what happens from here. As you can see, price failed to break and close above the entry right here. So if it failed to break and close above it, it might come down. But depending on how many retail traders bandwagon onto these sells, there's about 73% short. If more people hop into these sells, like say if this number gets up to like 75%, 78%, even up to 80%, then you can probably expect some really unusual spikes to the upside. So, I mean, it just really depends on how many retail traders hop onto this short. Because the thing is, you know, you guys got to keep in mind, like just looking at the psychological side of things, retail market makers and institutions, they don't make money when retail traders win, right? They make money when retail traders lose. So in order for them to make money, they stack these up. They want this number to increase. So there's like there's a huge pool of retail traders on the short side. Once it gets to like 75, 80%, they can easily spike it up. You know, they can just spike price up like 500 to 1,000 pips. And then what happens to all these people right here? They get stopped out, right? When they get stopped out, the institution market makers make money because they trade opposite of them. So it can drop that far, Marcus, but you know, I generally wouldn't trade in that direction because I don't like to trade in the direction of these retail traders. I want to trade opposite of them. And as you can see right here from the daily chart, it's still pretty bullish, right? Just so on the short time frames, it looks like a sell, but if you look on the higher time frames, it's still a buy. So you can see right here how it kind of dip, right? You can see these fake outs right here. Price comes down. Price comes down below the pivot slightly, and then it skyrockets up, right? These are just traps that are being set up. Comes down, shoots right up, comes right back down right here, shoots right back up, right? So as you can see right here, as it comes back down, this could be another fake out. Red just shoots right back up. So just keep that in mind. Your number right here, let's see, you said 84,000 or no, 34,855. 34,855. Yeah, so I think that's kind of too far down there. I think by that point it'll just skyrocket back up. So we'll have to I'll just be careful. You know, I personally don't recommend you guys take any sells. I'll just wait for it to shift back up. I already made enough profit for today, so I don't really need to keep trading. But if I do see something good, then obviously I'll take it. But right now, personally, I don't think it's really going to drop that much unless something else happens. You know, the news here was positive. So when people start reacting to the news, it'll probably just keep pushing up higher and higher. But right now, it looks like they're still trying to trap some more sellers in here. They're just going to keep dropping it, stack up this number right here, increase it to like maybe 75, 76%. And then at that point, they'll just shoot it back up. So just keep that in mind, you know, and take all this with a grain of salt. Like, don't just follow my analysis. Make sure that you line up your analysis with mine, and then you go weigh your pros and cons, right? Because everyone trades differently. Well, the way I trade isn't always going to work, right? It works a lot of the times, but it's not always going to be 100%. So just keep that in mind. You know, nobody's 100% trading. You know, I'm pretty accurate with my trading, but it's not the best way to trade. There's always going to be other ways that are going to be better. And, you know, we're open to like everyone's analysis here. If you have an actual analysis, then send it over and we can take a look. But for the most part, we're you know, we're open to everyone here. So let's see. Scroll down real quick. See if there's anything. So Dell's asking, so we're only looking for sells today? Not necessarily, Adele. We were looking for sells on open because that was what the bias was giving us. It was indicating sells, right? However, now that market is already in, you know, in the session, it can easily shift back to the upside. So it doesn't need to stay for a sell. It can easily shift back up to the for a buy. throughout the session. And just keep in mind that so from like 9 to 10. So this is generally where, I'll do it on the other time frame, but it's too small here. From 9 to 10, this is where the mid-market reversal happens. So this is another thing to keep in mind. From like 9 to 10, this is generally where like consolidation happens. And then from 10 to like 12, this is where the mid-market reversal happens, right? So like right here, you're probably going to see this possibly drop slightly. And then it'll probably just consolidate a little bit. And then when the mid-market reversal happens right here, it just reverses to the upside. So I wouldn't necessarily be stuck for a sell. Like I'm not only looking for sells, I'm looking for if the market changes, which it does. Market changes every day. Like it changes all throughout the session. If it changes, then we start looking for a buy. But right now, currently, it still looks like it's for a sell. It just I just don't like trading when the sentiment is this short. It's like there's so many people on the short side that it can easily cause market manipulation to happen. Because the thing is, they're trying to trap these sellers in here, and you don't want to be those sellers that get trapped. If you're trading on the short time frame, like the 3 minute, this is like somewhat okay because you can catch these little moves, right? We're only going for 250 pips. So, like for example, if you were to enter a sell here, you could get out like right there. You're not really gonna get caught in the market manipulation because you're gonna get out so quickly. If you're trading on the higher time frame, like the 1 hour, you're not going to try to take a sell here, right? You're probably going to take a buy and then try to catch it as it pushes up higher. So it's just a different type of way to analyze things. Not everything's analyzed the same way. And if you're analyzing things on the short time frame, obviously, strategy is going to look a little different. Let me scroll down a little bit. Duggan said, hey, Shawn, I have no access to K² Premium for some reason. I jumped back on a Telegram today and signed up to Funding Challenge with a prop firm here in Australia. Nice, Duggan. So you're probably going to be using the prop trading firm or something like that, right? I've seen one in Australia that's really popular. That's probably the one that you're going to be using. But yeah, Duggan, message me privately on Telegram, and we'll see what happened with your access, because there might be maybe the system updated and didn't update your account information on there. So just message me and then I'll fix it if there's anything wrong with it. Alex said, question, I understand that it's $1 trillion market movement every day, but to what degree do retail traders have influence on the market? So I think there might be confusion with that, Alex. The $1 trillion market is the Forex market. This isn't Forex. This is US 30. So this market's actually a lot smaller because it's just, it's US 30. It's like the US stock market, and it's only the top 30 stocks. So the volume here isn't as high as you might think. Retail traders don't have a huge influence, but I mean, they do have an influence in the market. They can still push price when, the whales aren't trading. So I think there might be confusion there. I know you've heard of that the market's $1 trillion market. That's the Forex market. That's a currency market. That's why people trade pips there. For here, they trade in points or ticks because it's a smaller market. 1 point here is about 100 pips. So it's a lot smaller. It's like substantially smaller. And there is an effect that they can make, but it's not going to make a huge effect where it's going to cause like this to just dump, right? Unless everyone sells all their futures or all the stocks. Because if you look at the stock index right here, each stock here isn't really that expensive. I mean, it's pricey, but it's not that expensive. If you have enough money, you can buy these stocks and you can just trade your own index. Like you can have these stocks in the index, and then you can just trade it yourself, right? Like you can see here, like 3M is only like 197. So if you added all this stuff up, you only need like a couple $1,000 to have your own index right there. So if you did that, you can see exactly how much it would move. So there's a difference between the markets, and I think it's fine that you have there's a confusion there, because a lot of people kind of mix them together. They mix Forex market with the stock market with the futures market. These are totally different markets. So short answer to your question is they could have an effect on the market, but not a very big one. In the Forex market, they for sure have no effect. There's like no effect at all with Forex, because that's the actual $1 trillion market. There's no way that that's going to be able to affect it. So the Senate is actually speaking right now. So it looks like right here, the Senate speaking. So this could be affecting the market. So just keep that in mind, guys. This is why the market's kind of moving a little funky. There was news earlier. Now that the Senate's also speaking, even though it doesn't directly affect US 30, it can still affect the market one way or another. So just keep that in mind. So I might be done trading for the day, but if I see anything else pushing, then I'll possibly call a trade for you guys. So this right here, if this closes right here for a buy, this might be a good buy on the 3-minute. It is a little risky, but it is this is going to be a valid buy here. I don't know if I'm going to take it. I'm going to think about it, but I'm not completely convinced to take it just yet. So as you can see, this is what I was waiting for. I was waiting for the 3-minute instead of the 1-minute because this actually has it's a lot more stable, and it's hitting a liquidity area right here. So it's making me more and more inclined to want to take the trade. So we'll see if it closes. If it closes, maybe I'll take it for maybe a half lot size. If not, then we'll see what happens from here. Or I might just take the full lot size and I'll just follow it and see where it goes. But this is actually what I was looking for, the 3-minute here. So we got about 5 seconds left. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, I'm in the trade. So I'm in the trade right here and go ahead and set my parameters. Yeah, so I'll see where it goes. Like I mentioned, I'm still kind of iffy with the market. So if I don't feel comfortable, I'll tell you guys if I do pull out. It's in some slight drawdown right now, which is not that bad. So there we go. All right, I'm in profit now as it continues to push up. But we'll we'll see what happens from here. So, all right, I got my thing set up over here. Let me scroll real quick and see what else I am missing. Nice, yeah. So Kenny said I have one more trades with K2 than I have from the group I've learned how to trade from. Yeah, no, definitely, Kenny. I've seen you here a lot like recently, so I'm glad to see that you've been profiting with us pretty much every day. Looking over here, Dezel said, "Hope I'm getting invited K2 prop firm by Shawn. K2 is changing my life. Just bought my first jet. And I don't trade every day. Definitely, nice work, Dezel. 100%. Yeah, no, you've been very consistent, Dezel, and you've been with K2 like for a long time. I think like from the beginning, right? So yeah, you're definitely on the list of invitations if and when it comes down to that point." See, Shannon said, "Good morning. Okay, I need to be in the premium. You need to be profitable daily." Yeah, no, definitely. If you join us and you learn the strategies that we're doing here, you should be pretty fine with consistently making your way to the upside. Duggan said, "Big sell-off in Asian markets today. Technology hit hard. Hopefully, it doesn't impact US 30 this week." I know we'll have to wait and see what happens from there. Dezel was asking, who has the K2 gold strategy? Ivan was the one that was working on it before. The only problem with the K2 gold strategy, as well, is that it conflicts with our breakout strategy because it happens at the same time on the open. So that's why I don't really use it. But if you want to join the group, or you're already in the group, if you go into the group and you just ask in there, I'm sure Ivan can just reach out to you. I don't know if Ivan's in here right now, but he was the one that was generally locking it in like himself. So he would know it a lot more than anyone else because I don't do it myself, so I wouldn't even know how it works for the most part. All right, let me scroll over here real quick and see what else I'm missing. Scroll up real quick. I did see a question from, so Kenneth said, "Can I not trade US 30 to Forex.com?" You can't apply. US 30 is not available on Forex.com. I think you can if you're like in certain countries, like if you're like in Malaysia, you can trade US 30, but every other country, or even Canada, I think you can trade US 30. But if you're located in the US, you for sure can't trade US 30 on Forex.com because it's not an asset that they carry. Let me see real quick. Nice. Okay, cool. So Paul said he's in a buy long term for US 30. So he's only risking 700 to make 1,100. Nice. Yeah, I think eventually it's going to swing back up. I mean, just looking at the sentiment over here. So sentiment's at 72%. That's because people are getting stopped out. Like you can see right here, I marked up this liquidity area, these two areas of liquidity. So with these areas right here, whenever price reaches this point, you're like bound to see a breakout, right? If there's a breakout right there, it's breaking right through that liquidity area. It's probably going to go on a stop loss hunt. You just trigger the stop losses and push up even higher. So it looks pretty solid here for the most part. But you can see right there as it starts to wick off, it's because like it's wicking off the liquidity areas because a lot of people are trying to they're trying to hop right back in. Because what happens is people will try to hop back in. You can see the numbers here are changing. So as the stop losses get triggered, sometimes people they get their stop loss triggered and they think, oh, they just hit some bad luck, right? And they just re-enter the sell, but then it just ends up continuing to push up even higher and higher. So we'll see where it goes from there. I'm slightly in profit right now, not a lot, but slightly in profit. So we're just gonna wait for it to continue on. Al is asking, I see you took the trade and the trend meter wasn't in agreement with the momentum meter. Should it be in agreement? Nope, it doesn't need to, Al. There's no trend meter requirement there. That's just an extra confluence. You know, if you're applying the strategy as it's supposed to be applied, this is all you need. You need the pivots and the momentum signal. So if the momentum signal closes above the pivots and it breaks above it, then that would qualify as a valid buy. So they don't need to be in agreement, but this is just an extra confluence. If you want to add that for an extra confirmation, you can, but it's not required. So you don't really need it. It's just there if you want it to be there. Callie said stop loss bigger than take profit, question marks. Yes, of course. I'm assuming you're new here, Callie. If you want to go watch the videos, go watch all live sessions or sign up to the free course to see how the strategy is applied. We're scalping here, right? You're probably not familiar with like how people scalp. Generally, when you scalp, it's usually a negative risk to reward or it's a 1-to-1. So this is how the strategy is applied. If you want to go back and watch them, I trade live every morning. So if you want to see how I trade, I apply the same strategy every single day. It's just different how we trade it versus because you're probably used to intraday trading and swing trading, where you trade for like a 1-to-3. Majority of people who trade like that usually lose trades. We don't really lose here. We rarely do lose. That's why we're able to use a negative risk to reward with the trades that we do apply, because our strategy is different. It's not like your normal, like this isn't price action. A lot of people trade price action and that's what they base it off. We trade off momentum. So we catch the momentum swings in the market. But if you want to go back and watch it, I have over 3 years of live trading every morning. I trade live every Monday through Friday. Haven't missed a day for a year now, I think. And you can go see how I apply, because we apply the same strategy pretty much every day. It's just different the way that we scalp versus other intraday traders who trade with a different risk to reward. But risk to reward doesn't really matter. It just depends on the strategy, right? As long as it's not like super negative. Like for us, it's like 1-to-2, which is not that bad. For the 1 minute, it's even less because it's on the 1 minute. It's a different time frame. So just keep that in mind. Let's see. Alex said to allow the leeway of volatility, US 30 wicks be crazy. Yeah, because it's a smaller index, so it's easier to get pushed around. So I'm now in profit with this. Kelly said it should be 1-to-1. I mean, not really. It does need to be 1-to-1, but okay. I mean, if you say so, Kelly, it's not like I've been trading for like 11 years now. And it's not like I've been trading live every day, winning these same trades. So, I mean, it works for us, so we keep doing it. I mean, like if something worked for you, you probably wouldn't be here right now, like trying to see what we're doing here, right? But yeah, go ahead and check the videos and see. But it doesn't work for us. It's been working for us for years. So that's why we still do it. Yeah, I'm not sure if you fixed the volume on yours, because I remember earlier saying the volume was down. But yeah, guys, so we're waiting for this to push up. It's 7:33 right now. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to put your questions in the chat and then I can take a look. I'm just looking at my Telegram. I have a bunch of messages here. So let me see what I got over here if I missed anything. let's see. Let me read RJ's message. RJ kind of has a bigger message here. So RJ said, started trading Bitcoin with my own money. I lost about 25K my first 2 weeks during the musk of May. I quit trading in I was crushed recently, started back with K2 with 20K accounts, small demo. I started taking small lot sizes to help work on my trade psychology and learn properly. But now I see so many within the group trading larger lot sizes, getting prepared for funded accounts that I knew nothing of. Now I'm wondering if I'm shortchanging myself trading on my own with smaller accounts and should be preparing myself to follow you all. Do you suggest I practice with demo with a very large lot size? Sorry for the paragraph for you all, but this is very serious for me right now. I mean, trading demo is not going to make a difference for you, RJ. So I don't really recommend you trade demo, because if you trade demo, it's not going to work on your trade psychology. If you trade demo, you're not really going to have that emotional aspect in there, right? You're just going to keep trading like it's demo. I recommend just trading normal. If you want to trade with the funding company, trade with the funding company, but I don't really necessarily recommend that you trade demo, because of you're not really going to have that trade psychology aspect to it. And that's from my perspective. You know, if I would recommend just trading how you are trading, because it doesn't make a difference if you're trading a big account or a small account. You just change the lot sizes. Your trade psychology doesn't really change that much. It's up to like however you perceive it. So if you're asking me personally, I would never recommend trading demo. I would just recommend trading how you already are trading, or if you want to trade with a funded account, I mean, you can do that as well. But yeah, I mean, you can ask other people in the group. So you should probably ask in the actual chat, not here in the Zoom, because people probably they're not able to see this message. But if you want to get other people's opinion, just go here in the premium and then ask over here. Yeah, no problem, RJ. You know, it's just demo is not going to help you, because the thing is, you're not really going to be testing your trade psychology trading demo, because you're going to know in the back of your mind that it's demo. You don't have real money that's on the line. But if you do trade with like a funding company, or you trade with your own account, you just increase lot size, right? Once your trade psychology is there, all you need to do is increase the lot size. That's all that you really need to do. You know, you just don't change anything. Keep doing what you've been doing, and just increase the lot size. So just looking at the profits here, a lot of you guys have locked in a little more profit for today. Let me see. Josh over here locked in 577. Nice work, Josh. EW over here locked in 4,993. Nice work, EW. Let's see, anything else here? Patrick over here locked in 11,426. Damn, crazy work, Patrick. Yeah, you guys have been on fire. It looks like Shannon just joined the premium. Nice work, Shannon. So you should have a lot better luck here with us as we continue to trade on. So Kyle over here locked in 1,423. Nice work, Kyle. Guys, I don't really like the trade here for this 3 minutes. So I think I'm going to pull out and profit. Let me see, am I in profit right now? I'm probably just going to pull out of this trade and profit when it swings back up. It's probably going to hit TP, but you know, like I mentioned from the beginning, when I don't like a trade how it's moving, I just pull out and profit, then hold on to it and hope that it's going to play out properly. You can see right here, it's very volatile. It's spiking like way too much right now, and I don't really like how it's moving. It's just moving a little too much back and forth, where I'd rather just pull out and profit. So as it pushes up in profit, I'm probably just going to pull out, because I just don't like how the market's moving right now. It's just it's too volatile, and it's not really moving in a direction. It's kind of just going back and forth. So what I'm going to do right here is I'm going to put my stop loss my TP slightly above. So when it swings up, I'm just going to pull out. You guys can do the same. If you guys want to hold on until it pushes up even higher, you guys can do that as well. But me personally, I'm probably just going to pull out and profit, because I just don't like how it's moving. It's there's just too much back and forth moving here. So 3,500, 35,000. Make sure that's pushed up that high. I'll just do 40. All right, so I put my TP at 35,040. So when it swings back up, it's just going to pull me out. I just don't like how the market's moving. There's just a lot of stuff going on. Like I mentioned earlier, the Senate is speaking right now, so I don't know what if they could say something that could affect the market. So this could affect the market. Also, there was news from earlier. This right here, they can have a late reaction to this news where it can affect the market. Also looking at the index over here, the index is still kind of around the middle. It's not really pushing around too much. And just looking at the market right here, like on the actual charts, it's just going sideways, right? It's not really moving directional up or moving directional down. It's just going sideways. So for me personally, I probably just want to pull out of the position because it's just when the market's not moving directional, it's usually risky because it could be prepping for a breakout. It could be breaking out in either direction. So if you guys want to do what I did, I moved my stop loss in profit slightly above entry point so that when it pushes up, I'm just going to pull out. My exit's right here at 35,040. So if you guys want to do that, feel free. If you want to hold on to the full TP, you guys can do that as well. It's just, it's up to your risk appetite. If you guys use a smaller lot size, you guys can probably handle the risk. For me, I enter this with a normal lot size, so I don't really want to risk it. And we'll just, we'll just see where it goes from here. But yeah, guys, if there's any other questions, feel free to put your questions in the chat. Otherwise, I think I'll just be calling it a day. It's already 7:40, so I think I'm about done for the day. Abraham said, funny talent server spread for US 30 is about 2.4 points. What's the best spread for US 30? I think some brokers have larger. For FTMO, it's really tight. I think it's like 1 or 2 points. It's around there. It's really tight. So the best spread for US 30 would probably be 1 or 2 points or less. That would probably be the best one. But I mean, 2 to 4 is not horrible. It's not horrible, but it's also not great. Because the thing is, Abraham, if you're trying to trade US 30, like on the 1 minute, the TP is only 1 point. It's like 10 points. So it's going to be hard for you to like pull out if your spread's too wide, right? So depending on how you're trading, if you're trading on the 10 minute, your spread's probably fine because you're not going to get caught in like any of those type of moves. But if you're trading on the 3 minute and 1 minute, it might be an issue because of how the market moves, right? You'd probably have to make double or triple the profit before you actually could even pull out the profit. So it just depends on how you plan on trading. Yeah, it looks like a lot of you guys here pulled out already. I pulled out too, actually. So mine's already out in profit. Right here, Hassan said out of that position. Had me sweating a little. Don't want to break even for the day. He said I missed the breakout because I was waiting to get into the live session. Paul as well. Paul said I got out of that scalp with minimal profit. My swing is still active. Yeah, so a lot of you guys already pulled out in profit. I pulled out in profit too because I just don't feel comfortable with the position, right? It's consolidating right now, going sideways. If you guys put your TP at that area, right, I mentioned, it should have hit your TP already right here at 35,040. So I'm already out of the position in profit. Like I mentioned, if you guys want to pull out in profit, feel free. If not, you can hold on. See, I think it's going to push. Like, I think overall it's going to push up to the top. But with my products for the day so far, I'm not really like I don't feel it necessary for me to hold on to it and go for the bigger move because I'm already pretty much good for the day for the most part. There we go. So I'm out in profit. If you guys want to hold on, it's probably gonna hit full TP. I'll send you guys my profits right now to show you what I did for the day. Let's see if my funding talent even caught it. I hate funding talent. Like as much as like it took it like on one of my funding talent accounts. So let me just oh no, okay. So it's just lagging. Funding talent is super laggy right now. It's slowly exiting out of all of my trades. And I'll send you guys my profits. So let me just send you guys what I got over here. So I'll show you guys what I did for the entire day so far. Okay, so it did take it on my funding talent. It's just really laggy. It didn't show the update until just now. So no losses for me today. I'll show you guys what I did. Let's see, okay. So there's my funding talent, and there's my FTMO. It's just market's moving kind of funky. It's not really moving directional how it normally does. Clyde's asking, what can we trade with Forex.com? You can trade Forex. That's why it's a Forex broker. So you can trade Forex and you can trade some gold. If you're trading the Forex gold for that, Clyde. But if you're trading US 30 is not a Forex pair. US 30 is a future. So if you want to trade US 30, you'd have to use a future broker, or you can use an unregulated broker like Hugo's Way to trade it with a smaller account. Just depending on how big your account is, that's how you would choose to trade it. But Forex.com, if you go on the Forex.com website, Clyde, it shows you exactly what's available there, right? You just go to Forex.com and it shows you exactly what you can trade there. So if you just go directly to the website, you click here, you go to markets, and it shows you what you can trade here. You can trade Forex, gold and silver. It looks like they have futures now, but they didn't have it before. This is probably new. Let me see what. Oh yeah, so this is somewhat new. I don't think that you can trade, because I don't trade it on here. And even if you did trade it on here, Clyde, you would need like a lot of money, because this is a US regulated broker. So even if you were to trade futures or gold, you would need at least 10 to 20,000 in order for you to even trade on there. Yeah, it looks like they're starting to allow futures on here, but it's not available yet. I don't know. I've never really used them for futures, because so as you can see right here, like you need small stock index 75, dollar index, SFX. Yeah, they don't even carry US 30 here. This is like brand new, because I've never seen this before. But if you look here on the Forex.com website, you can see here it has the main things is Forex, because it's it's Forex.com, so you can trade Forex obviously, and then gold and silver, which are also Forex pairs. This future and futures option is brand new. This wasn't here. It looks like they just put this on here, but you can't even trade it yet. All you can trade is like the small stock 75 index. But in order to trade this, you need to have a lot of capital. So like, for example, here, you need at least like 5 to 10,000 bare minimum. If you want to trade something higher, you need at least like 10 to 20,000 to even trade this. So yeah, you probably won't be able to trade on here, to be honest. Like you said you had 5,000. Yes, you have 5,000. Sorry, new to trading. No, it's fine. Everyone's new to trading at some point, Clyde. And I know there's confusion there, because the thing is, like, we mainly trade US 30 now, but the strategies and indicators work on everything, especially Forex. That's what it was made for. I've never seen this before. This is brand new. So, but it doesn't have US 30 here, so you can't even trade on here. If you're trading with $5,000 account, you could either open an account with TradeStation if you want to trade directly on TradingView. So if you want to trade directly on TradingView, there's a couple of places you can trade. You can trade with TD Ameritrade, but I don't think 5,000 is enough to trade with them. But you could also trade with TradeStation. I'm not sure what their minimal deposit is, but this is one that you can trade futures with. You just won't be able to trade US 30. You'll trade the future, the actual future, which is going to be YM or MYM. But looking at this right here, let's see. I'm going to try to figure out like what. See products. Yeah, so you'll be trading futures. Let's see, contract view. Start with data. Yeah, so they do have US 30 here, which would be the micro E-mini products, MYM, but this might be too complicated. Like, for the thing is, if you're like brand new to trading, this might be complicated for you. So this might be a little difficult. Let me see. Yeah, so you can trade micros with about 175. So if you want to trade directly off TradingView, you can trade with the TradeStation. But if you want to trade with, so hopefully you guys pulled out of that 3 minute, because it looks like it spiked all the way down. If you pulled out a 3 minute with me, this is when I locked in. So you can see here I have no losses. If you guys just followed it and you pulled out when I mentioned to pull out, you guys should be fine. So I think everyone here pulled out. But anyways, going back to your question, Clyde, looking at the options right here, your best option is probably gonna be TradeStation if you want to trade directly on TradingView. If you're fine with trading on MT4, like majority of people are, you can use Hugo's Way. I've used Hugo's Way myself, had no issues with them. They're okay. Or you can use CoinEx if you want to trade with a lot smaller account. It's it just depends on like how you want to trade it. because this is going to require more capital because this is a US regulated broker. If you want to trade with a smaller amount, then you can trade with like Hugo'sway or CoinEx. Those would be the two unregulated brokers that I've used Hugo'sway, but I haven't used CoinEx. But CoinEx is if you have like $1,000 and that's all you can trade with. But if you have 5,000, you can trade with Hugo'sway and you should be perfectly fine. But I think that you should probably get familiar with everything before you actually start trading live with this stuff. Because if you're brand new and you don't even know what kind of you don't know what broker to use, you don't know how to trade anything. If you're not familiar with the strategy or anything, I don't recommend you trade anything live yet. Because the thing is, you see a lot of people here making profit, but the thing is, if you make one little mistake, you can easily lose all your money. So what I recommend is, you possibly just start with the demo or play around with whatever platform you plan on trading on, and then from there you can decide on which broker. But if you're because you said you're new to trading, if you're brand new to trading, I don't recommend you trade live just yet, especially if you don't know what you're doing. And your other question here is, you said that your trend meter is almost always blue. It's almost always blue because of the settings that you have it on Clyde. If you're trading intraday, it's not always going to be blue because you're trading on the higher time frame, right? If you're trading intraday, it's going to be colored red, green. It'll be blue sometimes when it's indecisive, but for the most part, you probably have your set to the intraday setting. If you're scalping, you would have to set it to the same as chart. So like, for example, if you're trading on the 10-minute here, you just change this to same as chart, right? Because if you're trading on the short time frame, you just want to know what the trend is on that specific time frame. If you're trading on the higher time frame, you're going to want to know what the trend is on those higher time frames. So that's the difference right there. So I'm not sure, like, it depends on on how you're trading, right? The videos in the course kind of explain like exactly how things are set up. So if you're trading on the short time frames, like the 3-minute, 10-minute, 1 minute, you'll change it to same as chart so that you can see right here how it moves. If you're trading on the higher time frame, like the 1 hour, 4 hour daily, then that's why we have these set to the daily time frames over here. I have it set as same as chart, but generally you would have it set to like the 30-minute, 1 hour, 2 hour, and 4 hour, because you want to see where price is moving long term, right? Because like, for example, here, if you're taking a sell here and you have this match up on the 4 hour, you want to know what's going to happen like a day, 2 days, 3 days from now, right? So if you knew that this price was going to go for that long, you want to see where the trend's moving on that longer time frame. But yeah, going back to what I was saying before, I recommend that you possibly just figure out how everything works first and be profitable on a demo first before you actually hop onto a broker. The thing is, depending on what you want to trade, that's when your broker options are going to change, right? If you want to trade US 30, then you would have to use a broker that carries US 30. If you just want to trade Forex, then you can trade at Forex.com. It just changes depending on what your preferences are. So other than that, let's see what else we got. Yeah, so for today, just showing my profits, or looking at everyone's profits. Let's see what everyone else did first. So it looks like all you guys did pull out of that trade already. So looking at Kip over here, Kip locked in 8,430 off the trades right there. He also took, let's see, Kip's had grabbed it quick, non-sanctioned trades. Now going to stop trading, work my 8-10 hours a day at the hospital. So yeah, so Kip over here, he's actually a cancer doctor. If you guys have seen Kip in the group, Kip actually trades with us in the morning, and then after he's done trading with us, he goes off and works his job as a doctor. So definitely, Kip over here is doing God's work. He's over there helping cancer patients. So definitely props to you, Kip, to still go to work, even though you're making this much profit every day with us here. Looking at Angela over here, Angela locked in 250. Nice work, Angela. Scrolling down over here. So everyone who took that buy with me earlier, you guys pulled out profit rate. It looks like you guys made the right decision and pulled out. So Angela pulled out profit right there. Kelvin here as well. Kelvin's at 4,223. Nice work, Kelvin. Scrolling down a little further, RJ locked in 17,825. Nice work, RJ. EW over here locked in a total of 6,365. Nice work, EW. Intraday over here as well. Dang, intraday is at 15,000 for the day. Nice work, intraday. Or William, I forget what you go by, but I'll just call you William since that's what we usually we refer to you as. Looking over here at Manfred, Manfred locked in a total of, here, let's see. So Manfred said, he'll have some problems with the strategy. I open a trade. Candles the same color as momentum and above the pivots. And trend mirror is also the same color, but I keep losing. How can I improve? Manfred, I think you should go back and watch the live sessions, right? You're probably doing something incorrectly. So send me here, I'll type it in here, Manfred. Send me the trades you took on a chart markup, and I can help you understand where you could have done things differently. Are you using the 10-minute time frames, confluences? Also, are you checking to make sure trading moves, events, or unusual market conditions? A lot of factors. All right, cool. So let me see over here, Salorm as well. Salorm locked in a total of 2,134. Nice work, Salorm. Salorm said out of this mess. Yeah, no, definitely. The market is super messy today, guys. Isai over here locked in a total of 2,554. Nice work, Isai. And I think you're on your FTMO, right? So you're pretty solid, Isai. Hopefully you're in profit right now. You're making your way up. Looking at this over here. I'll message you in a little bit, Yonan, regarding your stuff over there. So CERN over here, CERN locked in a total of, that's a lot. So let's see, 600, 700, 800, 900,000. So you locked in about 2,000 to 3,000 this morning, CERN. Nice work. Yeah, he said that he had one accident for that one slip up for that small little red loss right there. It's only about 85 cents, so it's not much, but you definitely locked in some pretty solid profit overall with the rest of your other trades here. Let me see if I'm missing anything else here. Alan over here as well. Alan said, "Hey Shawn, have been having be able to trade as much due to crazy work hours. Today's results is what keeps me going. 1 minute, too volatile." So he locked in about 13,792. Damn, nice work, Alan, for the day. So a lot of you guys here still work full-time jobs. So it's good to see that you guys are still able to lock in profits and then go on to your day job right after. Maddie over here as well. Maddie locked in 2,090 for the day. Nice work, Maddie. I need to think I pulled out early too. Yeah, no, I agree. Market's kind of it's very, very irregular right now. So I'd be careful if you guys are entering any trades at this moment. Let's see, Isaac over here as well. Isaac locked in, or I'll go up real quick. Melinda here locked in 1,789. Nice work, Melinda. Damn, huge profit there. Straight wins. Yeah, a couple losses there, but they're very small. Very big wins to cover those. Isaac over here locked in 290 for the day. Nice work, Isaac. And then William over here as well. William locked in 8,405 off his other account with FTMO. So definitely great work right there, William. So yeah, you guys are doing pretty good. If you guys have any other questions, I think this is pretty much it for me. It's already 8 o'clock, or it's about to be 8 o'clock. So I think I'm pretty much done for the day. So yeah, Shannon said, glad to be in the premium, almost hit max drawdown. We'll study the course today and be in tomorrow. Yeah, definitely, Shannon. You'll once you pick everything up, you should be good. And you've been on these live sessions already, so you're already pretty much familiar with how we do everything here. So it should be pretty much easy for you to pick up on everything. Kenny over here said my total profit for the day is $443. Nice work, Kenny. And Eunice said, does IG show the sentiment of all traders? Only traders trading on IG. It's only traders on IG, but IG is one of the bigger brokers. It's one of the bigger international brokers. So generally, if a lot of people are trading like that on IG, generally people are trading like that on other brokers as well, since this is one of the bigger mainstream brokers that a lot of people use. So I think that's it for today, guys. I think I answered all of your questions so far. If you guys followed the directions and you guys did exactly what I was doing, you guys shouldn't have had any losses today. Look at me right here. These are the only 3 trades I took. We took the breakout, we took the 1 minute scalp, and then we also took the 3 minute scalp right there. Actually, this account right here, yeah. So the first entry was the breakout, which was this one right here, where I made 1,290. The second trade right here was a 1 minute scalp, which we pulled out, made profit off that too. And then lastly, the 3 minute scalp over here, which I also took. So I only took 3 trades today, all wins, no losses. As long as you guys follow directions, and exited when I advised you guys to exit. So other than that, I mean, it looks like most of you guys did pretty solid. Locked in some last minute profits off that K² US 30 3-minute buy. 3-minute entry. Let's give you guys a little update right here. Another day, market's moving. Weird. All right, so I'm done for the day, guys. As you guys can see here, all the trades that I called, these are the same ones that I did, and these are my profits for the day. So just looking at this right here, I'll add up the profits. So with my 3 funding talents, I have 1,285 times 3. So that's about 3,855 across my funding talent accounts. My FTMO accounts down here, I made about 2,365, 2,365, and then again 2,365. So as you guys can see here, if you guys are consistent and not suffering any losses, if you guys pull out when I mentioned pull out, you guys should be completely fine. For me right here, this is pretty much what I locked in across all my accounts, 8,585 during this live session. So yeah, I mean, it's pretty solid so far. Looking at carry over here to carry, locked in about 1,052 off that last buy that we took. So whoever listened and actually pulled out when I told you guys to pull out, looks like you guys all locked in some pretty solid profit so far. So other than that, I think that's about it. Unless you guys have any other questions, you know, feel free to, Nico said, wow, that 3-minute hit TP. Abraham said he caught it. Yeah, so like I mentioned earlier, guys, see how the market's moving right now? It's moving very irregular. So it did hit TP if you guys held on to it longer than past the stop loss. Looks like Abraham did hold on to it and he hit his full TP. So definitely great work with that, Abraham. But look, just looking at US 30 right here, it's way too choppy, right? It's chopping up back and forth. And it's way too messy for me to want to enter any of these trades. So that's why I'm not entering anything right now. And that's why I pulled out of my most recent one here with profit. So if you guys held on to it a little longer, you guys could have made a little more profit and hit the full TP, but it's just too risky for you to really hop into these trades right now. So Suk over here locked in 2,600. He said, stupid $12 loss, you're going to drive me nuts. Makes me laugh every time those get in there. So he took a small accidental loss right there, but overall he made some nice profit, 2,600 overall. And then on his other account, he made 4,440. So nice work, Sisu, all around. So yeah, other than that, guys, I think that's it for the day. If you guys have any other questions, you know, feel free to email me. Just keep in mind that, let me see, I have about 500 emails today because I had so much stuff from this. And I got about 500 emails because I didn't really get to go over my emails yesterday. So I have about 500 emails. If you guys are going to email me, then you guys will probably get a response from me within probably like 1 or 2 days. Now, it just depends on how fast I get through all this stuff. Other than that, if you guys want to message me on Telegram, that's probably going to get a quicker response, but that'll probably still take about a day for me to respond to you because I do have a lot of messages to get through. So other than that, guys, I think that's it for the day. If you guys don't have to trade, like I mentioned, you know, go out and enjoy the rest of your day, guys. Just don't, if you guys made a lot of profit today, just enjoy those profits and just take a break because the market is moving kind of funky right now. You can see it's starting to shift up to the upside. It's starting to stop people out. So looking at this right here, if you guys held on to it, it would have continued pushing up and it's now hitting another area of liquidity right here. So as it hits the area of liquidity, it's probably going to spike up even further and just trigger more stop losses. So looking at this right here, it's at 73%, but if price reaches this area above here, then you're probably going to see this number decrease to maybe like 70%. So other than that, guys, I think that's it. Let me see if there's any other profits here. Kyle said, bro, I wish I could be this consistent every day. You can, Kyle. You just got to be more, you just got to stick to it. So Kyle here locked in a total of 1,655. Definitely great work, Kyle. Other than that, I think that's it. So have a great rest of your day, guys. I'll catch you guys back here tomorrow for the next live session. See you guys, and I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Same